to Navigation Trading Live. You are now part of a growing group of do-it-yourself traders who are trying to change the way investors think about building wealth. But because we don't believe in using financial advisors, stock tips, or traditional financial media, we have to do things different. We have to do things smarter. We do that through an art and a science we call trade hacking. At Navigation Trading, our methodology is based on statistics and probabilities, not hype or emotion. Our core strategies have been used by market makers, hedge funds, and floor traders for many years. Now, we share these secrets with you. Whether your goal is to make an extra $1,000 per month or replace your current income, with our guidance, you can achieve financial success beyond your wildest dreams. So, let's get started. What's up, Navigation Traders? Happy Monday. Today is Monday, April 23rd. Welcome to Navigation Trading Live. If you have not already, make sure you connect with us on social media, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. This is where we make all our announcements of upcoming events and releases. And I'm excited to have you here this morning. Trading has been amazing with this two-sided action, and this live session is all about you. So if you have any questions about trading or questions from the courses that you've taken, you can drop us an email, info@navigationtrading.com, or just leave a comment here on Facebook or YouTube, and we'll be sure to answer that either live here or just in a response. So any commentary is definitely welcome. The topic of the week, continuing on, is that earnings season is here. So 'tis the season to put on earnings trades. We've booked a couple winners last week, and we've got a couple more on right now. And I want to go over a potential earnings trade that you could be looking to put on this week. And this is in everybody's favorite stock, Apple. So let's go to the platform and take a look real quick at Apple. If we take a look at the chart, what you'll see is we've had a couple huge down days, which has popped implied volatility higher. But if we can get kind of a flattening of the implied volatility indicator, or maybe a little bit of a contraction, that would give us a little bit of potentially a decent entry into doing a pre-earnings long straddle. So that's the trade that we're looking at. And the reason we're looking at that is for a couple reasons. One, a lot of times if the prior earnings announcement was down, the anticipation going into the next earnings is going to be somewhat volatile. Now, we've already seen that volatility, so it could be a situation where the volatility in the stock leading up to earnings has already happened. But I'm going to anticipate potentially that there's going to be some more decent price movement. And to capitalize on that, buying a long straddle is what we're looking to do. So we're not going to enter this here live on the broadcast, but I want to walk you through what that would look like. So Apple announces earnings on 5/1 after the market closes. Okay, so that's basically seven or 8 days away. So what we do is we go to the trade tab, and we want to be trading the options in that cycle. So May 1 falls within the May 4 expiration weeklies with 11 days to expire. So we want to open that one and take a look at putting it on right around where price currently is trading. So, one of these two, 165 or the 167.5. You could actually split the difference if you want to do kind of a long strangle and buy the 165 call put and buy the 170 call. But to keep it simple, let's just look at the 165 straddle. So if we right click, buy straddle, and then we take that over to the Analyze tab. We have a current position on in Apple here, so I just want to look at this theoretical position. You can see price is right here on the graph. And so what we need to happen is a fairly quick move, either up or down, and when that happens, we would profit from that. Now remember, with a pre-earnings long straddle, we are not holding this. There's the bell, so we'll get to the breakdown here in a minute, but with a pre-earnings long straddle, we are not holding this through the earnings announcement. We are just holding it, and we're getting out before May 1st, which is that date. So by doing this, you can see there's a negative theta, so the theta is going to decay each day that we're in the trade. However, if we get some upswing, some expansion in implied volatility, it's going to help offset that theta decay leading up to earnings. Okay. So I'm going to be looking this week over the next few days for a potential entry into this trade. Right now it's trading at $9.83. You know, if we get a little bit of a contraction in implied volatility, which doesn't look like we're really getting in Apple here, but if we did get a little bit of a contraction, that would be probably a good entry point. But we'll just have to see. So I just wanted to give you that idea, and part of the reason I like it, in addition to just what I've already mentioned, is that if we go to our CML backtester that we utilize a lot for earnings of trades, we use it for our core strategies as well, but it comes in really handy for the earnings announcements. And so if we look at Apple, straddle, long, so we're buying it. On the custom earnings, we're looking at 8 days before and then closing it out 0 days or the day of earnings. Remember that options expire in 11 days. And then we can look at managing these gains at about 20 or 40%, somewhere in that area. And as you can see, we've got a decent win rate, over 58% win rate over the last few years. We've got a great profit, in the trade. So the statistics back up the strategy. And then from there, now your job is to find a good entry point, because entry points on these short-term trades are critical to your profits. So hope that's helpful in kind of laying out an earnings trade that you could be looking for this week. If you don't have the option strategy backtester and you're interested in getting it, I'll kind of write the URL here on the screen. It's just cmlviz.com/nav. Writing's not very good with this thing. NavT. So cmlviz.com/NavT, and that'll take you to this page here. Oh, let me get rid of this. And that'll take you to this page here. And Ophir, the founder of the CML backtester, he's been gracious enough to give navigation traders a special for only $79 as opposed to the normal $129. So if you're interested, check it out. It's a pretty awesome tool. And let's go back to the platform and see what's going on in the rest of the market. So if we're looking at the futures, we've got the ES, all the major stock indices up slightly, up about 0.25%. Oil's down over 1%. Gold down. Silver down. Bonds and notes still down. Bonds and notes are having a hard time holding their head up, as you can see there, just on a continued slide to the downside. Nat gas up a little bit. Soybeans, wheat, and corn, kind of a mixed bag there. The euro's down a little bit. Starting to get a little bit of a pop-up in the implied volatility in the euro, which is good. Might give us an opportunity this week to put on a position there. Looking at some of the others, utilities pretty flat, healthcare pretty flat, technology up a little bit, biotech pretty flat. All the oil and energy related down a little bit, with oil being down. Retail pretty flat. Mexico down about 1%. Brazil down about 1%. Emerging markets pretty flat. See if there's any other big movers here. Gold down a bit. And that's it for the indices. On the stock front, individual stocks, if we take a look at here, I'm just kind of scanning to see if there's any big movers. Pretty quiet this morning. Lulu down about 1%, but it's been on a huge run to the upside. Micron down about 1%. SLB down about 1%. Snapchat up over 1.5%. And that's it. Pretty quiet this morning. So I'm going to leave it at that and leave our potential trade of the week to the Apple pre-earnings long straddle. Not going to quite enter yet, but I'll be working that order, and if we get filled, I will shoot that out to our pro members.
Pro membership is still closed to new members, but if you're interested, just go to the Pro membership information page and you can jump on the wait list as we will be opening up spots in the future at some point. So hope everybody has a great week of trading, and we will talk to you next week.